Hi guys, I'm Daniel and I'm here to talk about the new environment system in Medieval Engineers. So, we made this system to support the same features we already had in ME, such as cutting trees and collecting items from the environment, but to support that on the planet. And the way we came about to actually implement this is we split the system into two parts. So the first part is responsible for generating what should be on the surface of the planet, and it generates these items using a set of rules. We'll show it to you guys right now. So each item is categorized in various types, and the type consists of a provider for that type, which basically defines the storage and life cycle for the item. So for instance, you can see here are tree and gatherable types. They are all growable. And that means that once the items are generated, they are matched by a piece of code that actually decides what are their current and next growth steps and how to save that once you cut or collect an item and so forth. Furthermore, all these items have what we call proxies, which define how you interact with them once they are actually in the world. And you can see, for instance, trees are both gatherable, which means at some point you can just click on it to collect resources from it, and they're also cuttable, which means you can hit them with your axe and eventually cut the tree down and cut the fallen tree into logs and so forth. This system handles all types of environmental items that we have. It's so not limited to vegetation, but also the stones on the surface, which are selected here, voxel maps, and also the AI spawning. We also have some static geometry here, which are simple bushes as you see on the surface. So the items are defined here in the file first, and then we define where they spawn. And basically you have a list of items in these mappings, and it maps to some surface material, and there can be rules such as slope, which is the angle of the surface, and we can also have longitude, latitude, altitude, and so forth. So, once these items are defined, they are generated in the game, and I'll show you. They are created in these chunks of the surface, and they are basically scanned as the player moves around the surface. We will produce these items on demand in a procedural fashion. And the further items are from you, the less items it will produce. So these purple boxes that you can see, or pink, are the items that exist logically on the surface, but they're not necessarily the entities you interact with. So I'll show you what you actually interact with, which are these larger boxes called sectors. And each item that is visible and rendered through this system is contained inside of one of these boxes. You can see there are different sizes. And what this essentially means is that each box is a single object in our renderer, so we can clip them out of rendering faster and simpler if they are bigger the further they are from you. And that's how we can achieve 100 times the density of items that we already had before in ME without a significant performance impact. This system was done to be fully moddable. The types of items that we have currently, the items themselves are not hard-coded, but each piece of code that processes them is currently not customizable. We intend that in the future you will be able to write your own pieces of code and your own items to interact with. We also intend that you will be able to add extra definitions of environmental elements to existing worlds, so you will not be able to say load a custom planet to add custom interactions to your environment or so forth. So I guess that's all. I'd like to thank you guys for watching and invite you all to watch our next episode of our exciting mini-series. So, bye!